Hello everyone. So I received this question a few days ago on TikTok, and I have sat with this because this is something that I think a lot of people go through. So I'm trying to be very sensitive to this person's feelings, but also I think we need to have a realistic conversation about love, about lack of sex, about intimacy and relationships. Every long-term relationship goes through dry spells, but when is it a dry spell? And when is it a time you have to stop, look at your relationship and say something is wrong here? And as far as dry spells, there are a lot of things that happen in life. Stress, overwork, feeling overwhelmed. All of these can contribute to your partner's lack of sex drive. So if it is a smaller dry spell, a few months, maybe a year at most, this is a time to sit down and say, how can I help you feel a little less stressed to be able to reconnect intimately? Now, in your relationship, if your dry spell starts to go on for a year plus, there is something much deeper going on in that relationship that needs to be addressed. And this is where tough conversations and tough decisions come into play. And there are times when people I've spoken to who say, well, I don't really need sex in my relationship. I can be with this person without having sex with them. But at what cost, right? Because sex is a way to experience vulnerability, communication, connection, intimacy with your partner. And if you're not indulging in that, if you're not feeling that, it is very hard to feel connected to your partner at that deeper level. And also you're ridding yourself of something that you deserve to feel. You deserve to feel that connection with them, that pleasure. Now here comes the really hard part. If you have gone almost 3 years without sleeping with your partner, is it really worth being with that person anymore? When you message me and you say, tell me how to get them interested in me again, because they're saying that they are no longer interested in that, that screams red flag to me in the relationship. And I'm not trying to hurt your feelings. I'm just trying to be honest with you. And this is my perspective. You can take it, you can leave it, you can tell me to fuck off. I understand this is a sensitive topic, but when your partner is clearly saying, I am not into connecting with you at that intimate level, and is then withholding that from you, this is time for you to sit down and ask yourself, is this relationship really worth it? Because now you're feeling less than, and like you need to improve. If your partner is expressing to you that they are no longer interested in you in that way, your relationship is over in their head, and there is some other reason that they are staying with you. They may love you at a platonic level, but they are no longer interested in you at that romantic level. And you deserve to be with someone who is interested in that, who doesn't make you feel like you need to change everything about yourself, or you need to learn all these tips and tricks and become this person that you're not in order to satisfy them. Because the harsh reality is, even if I gave you all the tips and tricks and I told you to do all of the things, they probably won't work, because they are communicating to you that that is no longer an interest to them with you. And I have a feeling that this whole series is going to be extremely triggering to people. And I ask that as you hear me say these things, it does not apply to every relationship. This is my personal opinion. Every relationship is different. I don't know your relationship at the level that you do. But from an outsider's perspective, when I get a message like this and I say this couple has not been intimate for 3 years, it is not about sex anymore. It is about something so much deeper, and you have to decide whether this relationship is worth continuing to put your energy into, or cutting the ties with this person and allowing yourself to be happy and to be with someone who's going to give you everything that you need. And I understand that you have put 3 years of your love, your kindness, your understanding, your energy into this person. And the idea of starting over or cutting ties is absolutely fucking terrifying. but at what cost is staying in this relationship having to you? If you're sexually frustrated and you feel like your partner is not listening and they're not even open to that conversation, you are missing a level of a relationship that is detrimental for a healthy relationship. You deserve that healthy relationship. So it is about sitting down and asking yourself the tough questions that I'm sure you're probably avoiding right now, which is the hardest thing you will ever have to do. But just because it's hard doesn't mean it won't be worth it in the end.